evening. I am MCrouse with your 5 o'clock news on Fox News. Yesterday, in New Bedford, a 15-year-old male, Malcolm Garcia, was shot and killed by a police officer after he assaulted and stabbed 34-year-old Detective Tyson Barnes. The officer tried to approach Garcia when he started to run. This led to a chase that started on Cedar Street and continued to Kempton and Mills Streets, which was an attempt to catch up with the 15-year-old. When the officer caught up, he used verbal commands, which Garcia refused to listen to, and proceeded to stab Barnes with a hunting knife that he picked up along the chase. This took place outside the Temple Landing development. Barnes used a taser to try and de-escalate the situation, which ended the need to use deadly forces. Investigations are still underway to gain more detail about the situation. Mayor John Mitchell asked anyone who saw or heard anything relating to the stabbing to come forward. In national news, 2 murder suspects escaped from Arkansas jail. Cortez Rashad Hooper, 23, and Quincy Bernard Stewart, 36, apparently used a hacksaw to cut through metal bars and then broke the glass to gain access to an outside courtyard. They then pushed 2 mattresses through the window in an effort to soften the landing. A police K-9 unit was brought in but was failed to track the men. Deputies do not know how the men got the hacksaw inside the jail, and an investigation is still happening. Hooper is 5 feet and weighs about 130 pounds and was charged for first-degree murder and aggravated assault. Stewart is 5'7", weighs about 170 pounds, and was being held on a capital murder charge and possession of controlled substance. Local and national authorities are notified and ask people to notify them if they might see them, but not to approach the suspects. This morning in Hong Kong, 2 men set themselves on fire in the Lhasa outside Hong Temple, a popular tourist attraction. The 2 men, Dargay and Tobay, both from Tibetan communities, were 2 of the many who have set themselves on fire around this area. The acts are aimed at separating China and Tibet. The police quickly arrived on the scene and extinguished the flames and took the men to the hospital. Tobay died and Dargay was seriously injured but in stable condition and able to talk. Lhasa City is now filled with police and military because the situation is very tense. This just in, we have some breaking news from Fauquier County in Virginia State. Just after 4 p.m., 2 planes crashed in a secluded area at the intersection of Union Church Street and Silver Hill Road in Summer Duck. According to police, 1 plane was destroyed by fire and the pilot died. The other pilot was taken to Mary Washington Hospital. More investigation is underway, and we will get back to you. Last night, the Celtics win Game 7 over the 76ers. The Celtics won 85-75 to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Rondo had 18 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds, and scored 9 straight Boston points, turning a 3-point edge into a double-digit lead after Pierce fouled out at 4:16 left in the game. The 76ers eliminated the Chicago Bulls in the first round but could not do the same for the Celtics. Garnett had 18 points and 13 rebounds, and Allen hit a pair of fourth-quarter three-pointers after missing his first 5 attempts. Pierce had 15 points and 9 rebounds before fouling out. The Celtics will move on to the next round and hopefully make it all the way. The weather for tonight is high 77 and low 61 with 50% chance of rain. Enjoy the weekend!